Hello everyone, welcome back to the ESL 1 Battlefield 4 Summer 2014 Group C. I nail that every time. I'm really impressed with myself.
Damn good, damn good.
I am so good at this. But we have our final match coming your way today. It's going to be the loser bracket finals, and it's a rematch of the first game of the day. Dignitas up against Planetkey Dynamics.
Yep.
Lauren, we weren't impressed with Dignitas. And then we found out they went 2-1 against My Revenge. Still not impressed.
They've got a lot of hard work on their hands. They haven't looked as improved as they did last time when they came into the group stages. Excuse me, in the last season. I'm hoping this was enough of a wake-up call. When it comes down to the pressure moments, Dig do arrive. Let's look back at the offline finals. When it came down to those moments, they become a solid team. But they need to do that now. They need to do that maybe 2 games ago. But this is their chance to finally step up. It's on a map that they're great on. I'm hoping to see a really solid side from them. I want to see them doing well now. No offense to PKD, they played probably better. No, I'll say PKD probably played better, but I love the Finnish guys. I think they're awesome as a team, and I think we're about to go into game. Yeah,
just gonna drop you straight into there because we are live. First map, Operation Locker here at Dignitas. They already lost once to this team before, and 105 tickets on Zavod, and then 51 on Dawnbreaker. First map is Locker. Second, if we get to it, or when we get to it, is Zavod. Third, if we need it, is Dawnbreaker here. And Dignitas over on the Russian side, PKD over on the US side. And what did you say?
I just pressed the wrong button there. I said, excuse me.
There's a lot of keys on a keyboard. You're bound to hit one wrong eventually.
Well, good work on C. Slightly lacking on A. So this was a problem, right? They put 2 players out to C. Mostly the fact that I think it was Henke came on the rotate around. Great play, but they left the A flag really light. So they need to go down and go for the quick rotate round towards B and get this fast. And this is good work from Frantic, hedging their bets, heading back towards A. They could even get a trip cap if he plays this well.
The hell did PKD just do? Inozi and Tom were at the A flag. Tom left. Inozi left. A recapped over to Dignitas. And then they're like, oh, we need to get the flag. They go back. And Tom dies on the outside. And then Inozi just dies. Like, what the hell?
Oh, Henke was in such a good spot. If he played that smarter, he only had to hold the push and support this area here. He went down way too early, now allowing PKD the freedom to go either C, maybe in towards A. I think they've realized only one man's out on C. That would be a good choice. They seem a little indecisive, but it looks like they're going to be kind of getting caught up here in the middle section. And, this is a great setup. If they maintain this Dignitas, that is great. I'd like to see maybe one more out on C if Henke respawns in. But this is the one problem. Jansen gets quite lucky, gets the back spawn towards A, and that's going to really pressure A from every single angle.
All right, now he's up against 3 people. One of them just happens to turn around. He gets 1 kill, though. He's looking for number 2. He actually has his teammates coming in. They do get a great pincer move. They pick up the kills. They get the A flag. They're going to be able to... What do you do? Oh, my God. Sorry. I thought I saw them all leaving the flag in. I was about to, flip out on you guys of just how stupid can you be right now with the pressure that's on right now. I mean, because if you can win this best of 3, you're into the offline finals. If you lose this, you're out when you were so damn close, and you beat Dignitas once today. You know you can do it again. And little mistakes like that can come back to haunt you and bite you in the ass.
Massively so, and Dignitas getting the back A spawn really opens up the avenues. Now taking this one back. Volvo with a great opening pick towards the site. Tom going to be heading around the back. Frantic picks up the mantle, going to spray down a little bit there, but his teammates do support, and they come in and get the kill. So regardless of this, they're in a good position if they control mid now. They've got enough players outside, I feel, to be able to dominate this if they don't go too aggressive.
That's a great double kill.
And Henke has been a bit of a beast so far. Looking pretty damn strong at the moment. And this is what I was saying about playing this sort of outside position. You get such a benefit shooting like this if you're just watching the push. Whereas obviously guys out here, it's pretty damn hard to land some of these shots. You can barely see the opponents. So Jansen, noticing that, tries to head through mid. Not going to happen because Core's there. Finding a solid setup. I don't like this aggressive play from Frantic. There needs to be more support in mid and on A. They're overextending. Even though they have a great lead, you want to keep that building. Yeah,
I completely agree. There's no reason for them to even be there. They had 2 minutes to be. They eventually both got taken down. And Henke pushed in from outside to B. Again, they're going for a tri-cap here, but the thing is, look at how bad they could be back-spawned on between C and A. I mean, they are just susceptible to a flank coming in right now. And they have 1 man at A, 1 man at C. The rest are kind of playing towards the B flank. When they could just put 3 in middle and just hold the push. Like, it's aggressive, it can work, but it also can backfire so quickly. And right now, luckily for them, it is working in their favor.
Yeah, but it shouldn't take long for PKD to realize where these guys are stacking, and they might be able to break through.
There's the back spawn too.
This is the problem. When you overextend, you're not ready to be able to deal with this threat. They now realize what's coming in. Wolvo gets a great respawn, though. He might be able to help these guys out now. Deep Nade's coming out, going to try and hold them back at that side entrance. It's probably going to work here, but look, more players now flooding in. The AEKs will rip players to shreds in this sort of spot. And now 1 man stands. It's just Frantic. Only the Deagle pretty much left with him. It doesn't really go too well, sadly.
All right, so after building up, what, a 50 ticket advantage, finally they're going to let the hold slip. It's going to be a 2-1 down favor PKD. They're getting the respawns in here. Core playing it very Wing Havenish.
You got to play those roles. Sometimes it's the most boring in the world, but he's secured C consistently.
Yes, very true. And right now the rest of them have broken through the B flag, so they're going to pick that up. They got the 2-1 back for themselves. And again, Dignitas, where the hell were you in this first set of the games that they had?
Well, at the moment, they're still not in position. They're always strong when they get into the ideal setups, but then they start to struggle if they don't maintain it. And right now, they're being pushed on several fronts. Frantic did get the spawn in towards C. He goes to the exchange. He does get the exchange, but the revives come out from Outsider. So outnumbering on towards C. And a bit of a split attention. Wahlberg in a 1v1 here on A. If he can get this entry, he'd be great. But he's not got the time now. The respawns came through, but they broke through on towards C. But they had to have converted a little sooner because these back spawns again coming out for PKD.
It's getting really tough here for Dignitas. I feel like they could have had such a stronger start or a stronger mid game if they just held the spots instead of pushing B. And now it's kind of like in a hectic. It's chaos right now. I'm trying to hold on to 2 flags here, and it looks like Dignitas will be able to come out with the hold onto B and C. But can they maintain it? Are they even gonna Are they even gonna set up to maintain it?
Sneaky with the double coming in. That was what I was waiting for. Smart play from Sneaky, picking up the double, knowing these two had pushed way too far forward, punishes them for it, and then takes A. Even if he doesn't completely maintain this, he can get support in mid. He's buying time, and he's got the respawns now. Frantic joins in. We know what ATWR is like on the hip fire. It does wonders. You know, as he goes down, A is captured, C is theirs. They've even got Core still being a bit of a pest on towards B, excuse me. This is a perfect bit of play from Dig.
It is 70 ticket lead, and it's been completely reflected in their scores of just how different they've been playing since the first set of games. Maybe they're just warming up. Maybe they wanted to give us a little bit of a heart attack, but they are playing like the Dignitas that we know them to be. And let's see if they can keep it up here, obviously, as they hold B, C, and A. Trek kept coming in, 24 tickets left to go on the side of PKD, and they're looking at over 100 ticket advantage here at the end of this first map.
Really solid play. Gonna see if maybe Outsider can get his way in here, but as we said before, 107 tickets is a huge amount. If it's below 80, you still feel comfortable. Anything above that, you're gonna start worrying. And at the moment, Dig should be able to hold this 2-1 pretty much to the close of the game. If Core plays this right, hell, they even got the trip cap, as you mentioned, jeez. But, you know, PKD still can threaten, but I don't think they can pick this one through.
It's going to be a 100 ticket difference. I mean, they're a little bit, can
we just point out, Sneaky's on 21-8 here. 106, 21-8. Big play individually from Dig, and as a team, they were on point. I didn't agree with some of their aggressive pushes out through mid during that. I think we're both of the same mentality. I think they could have held the
but then you never would have had 21 kills.
True. You know, sometimes you want to get those frags on the board. I get that. You want to look pretty good. Sneaky's a talented player. I don't think he needs to prove that again. But regardless of that, you know, you look at the scores and they don't reflect the importance of what they did. Core 6-3, looking like he underperformed almost.
You did nothing that whole game. No, I'm just kidding. You held on to C.
Exactly. He was the one player constantly either buying time for teammates to be able to respawn in on him and support, or just, you know, playing it smart and just getting occasional kills here and there and denying the easy pickup on that C flag. Perfect. And he found a way to do it without the Scar H. He played it a little bit close range, using the map very well. He did it solo for quite some time. Normally we see that 2-man stack, like we did out of, you know, MYM, every other team always plays like a 2-man stack out there. He played it solo and he did the job. Dignitas playing it perfectly on the mark. I want to see that sort of competence throughout now.
Well, if they do win out this first map, then they'll be one map away. And what better map to beat Planetkey Dynamics on than the map they just got smashed on? Zavod would be the second map.
That's dangerous.
There's a 105 ticket lead for Planetkey on the first time they met on Zavod. And now Dignitas have one upped them a little bit at 106.
Still worrying.
But we'll see what happens if we get to that. Obviously, and we'd be going to Dawnbreaker after that, where Planetkey did win as well. So
you got to get this in now.
I'm worried for Dignitas. If they don't win this first map, then the next two is so difficult for them because they've already lost on them before. And obviously, we're going to get underway here in just a few seconds. Let's go and drop you in a game because it's going to be kicking off here with the sides being swapped. Dignitas now on the US team, Planetkey Dynamics over on the Russian side. Well, Planetkey Dynamics down 106 tickets already. You can only lose 44 before you've lost the map. That's...
I've got to say,
Sneaky can always get 44 kills himself in a half. I mean...
I've got to say, though, PKD do have the better spawn, so they might get a slightly better start. They look like... It will depend on where Scene wants to go. If he goes down this route, down the snake, then they're going to go for a quick pickup on towards B. If not, it's going to be a nice little C hold. And I think, oh no, Dig have broken straight through mid. This is terrible for PKD. This could just throw them completely off game now.
They want an A take. They don't even care about C right now. And A is completely left open here as well. And well, Frantic is going to slowly work his way in towards the flag. And eventually we'll be able to make the flag turn over here in just a few seconds. And they get the C flag in the meantime. They lose B. So they flop. They turn the spawns around on its head. But how long can they hold this? Core gets taken down. The Sneaky coming on the backside as well. We'll make sure to maintain that flag. A still held on to as it barely just gets capped over. But PKD, I mean, you can tell the urgency in their play right now of realizing that we don't have a lot of tickets to work with. We have to make something happen in the beginning, or we're not going to have a chance here on this map.
Has to be instant. And Core being out on C means that's pretty solid. Sneaky being up and standing also means they can get a lot of kills. And mostly down this back pass down by A, this could go terribly wrong. I think Jansen's trying to find out where Core may be. Switched up a little bit. Frantic now. Now, do they decide to support out on C, or are they going to go for the A here? I think they might go for the rotate round towards A through the main entrance. Oh, Jansen gives away the game, but he does get the one kill coming through. Smart play from him, and it might be time to push C now.
Well, Core going to pick one kill, though. And he's looking for number 2. He will not get it. He'll be taken down. Really surprised to see Dignitas not turn around after realizing that first kill came in. Maybe they put a lot of faith in Core to hold on to that one, but in the end, it gets taken down. They lose C. They're going to pick up B, yes. But A flag is wide open. No one's even near it right now, and Dignitas will slowly make their way in. They will realize it here in a few seconds, and this is the 2-1 that they need. This is the 2-1 that they need to win the map, pretty much.
If they maintain, if they hold this, you can see, oh, Sneaky, great play around the side. If he comes off with a good couple of kills from that hit, that would have been huge, but he at least gets the information. But let's see how this one goes. Frantic just dancing around. We've got the 1v1 exchange out on C. Didn't go either team's way. Now Frantic is going to be pushed here. Players coming in. He's trying to find some cover. None to be found. Respawns and resources being thrown in by Dignitas. They're trying to make a big play on this one, and they've got the tickets to do so. That's the big difference here. They don't mind if they get 5 spawns in on the site if they have to. They can do it. They've got a lot of tickets to play with, whereas PKD, they cannot.
Well, the random respawn came in towards the B flag as well, but PKD slowed on the uptake of it. Why are you not capping this over? It should have been done already. Instead, they send 3 men towards A. They will eventually lose on one of those, and they will take the A flag here in just a few seconds, but they lose on B. They don't even get it. Now they're losing C here. This is going to be it. Like, this is the 2-1, and that's going to take it. Like, there's no way PKD can come back from this with the respawns that they need, with the 2-1 against them, maybe even a 3-1 if they do lose A as well. Dignitas looking completely different than we saw earlier on, and they will at least secure themselves this first map.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy on the second half here, but then again, you know, they don't have to be too well rounded.
They can afford to.
Yeah, as we mentioned, they can pretty much respawn as many people in as they want. It may get a little bit closer if they drop below 100 tickets, maybe, and they start, you know, really tightening up a bit. But at the moment, they don't have to be too worried. You know, PKD are playing with absolutely nothing, a couple of tickets left, and they're pretty much below that now. So,
that's it.
You know, PKD, after that first half, you don't have much of a chance in these sort of factors.
This is one thing I hate about Dignitas. You can see how terrible they are. I'm going to say another word in there, as we saw earlier on today. But then you can see like the opposite extent of that. You can see the highs and lows of how good they can be when they work together.
Yeah.
And I hate teams like that sometimes, because it's really hard to be consistent, you know, in FPSs. And you need to be consistent when it comes to this, because you're up against the best teams in Europe. You know, if they want to beat Fnatic, who won every single cup, if they want to beat Epsilon, if they want to beat, you know, Mutual Makers, you can't be inconsistent. And it's just so weird. I mean, maybe, obviously we don't know, you know, in full detail. Maybe it was just a warm-up for them earlier on. But then again, going 3 maps against My Revenge, who, you know, no offense to them, they did finish 13th in the overall. They were around 16 every single time. It's just so weird to see Dignitas kind of just play completely different, just in a matter of, what, 2 hours?
I think they must have woken up. The comms are clearly a lot smarter, a lot clearer. But then again, you got to chalk a lot up to the fact that Sneaky played out of his skin. You know, he played phenomenally. Everyone played their role. Zavod, it was a very different picture. They were one of the teams that also used to be able to hold C like no one could ever touch it. They were one of the best teams on that.
You could not break that side against them.
These days, it's changed so much. Maybe they're not expecting how it gets played out these days a little bit, and they're kind of being left a bit short on some of the tactics or ideas where they're coming from, and they need to switch it up. Maybe they're set in their old ways a little. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping they can come into this fresh, feeling ready, and feeling good to go.
It reminds us of that. Actually, I want to see the maps that they played against My Revenge on. They played Gomod Railway, Parasol Storm, and Zavod. So
they should have won Railway. Storm.
Well, they won Zavod guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been a close game, though.
I want to know if they actually played Locker earlier on, and that's why they're playing so well. Maybe they won it to the map, but they haven't. So We'll see. I mean, obviously, they've played Zavod 2 out of the 2 games so far. They'll have a third chance here. Obviously, as we get into it here in just a few seconds, you can actually see the admins are ready for us to go. PKD just going to take a quick second here in the meantime, kind of collect their thoughts and figure out what is necessarily going wrong or what they need to do to make it go right here. And
Yeah.
I mean, if we think back to Zavod before, yeah, I think you just now pointed out perfectly. I mean, the strategy they used to run does not work.
Well, not as well. Like, it doesn't mean you have
Yeah.
to change everything, but at least keep in mind how your opponent plays. So there was always this question back in every game is how much do you just apply your normal tactics and how much do you adapt for your opponent? So if you know your opponent does X, Y, and Z, do you change everything up? Would that negate how your players play in those positions? Probably. So what small adjustments can you make to your standard play that will then kind of incorporate how the opponents do? And they just need to kind of tweak a little bit here and there. They need to find those little tiny plays that might make the difference. So rather than going, let's do our standard, starting on the US side, use the rocket launcher. So rather than just doing that, let's actually commit more players through mid rather than just on that flat B rotate around the side. So if they maybe switch that up, that could catch people out. That's what we see a lot of the top teams doing. Epsilon constantly focus on that mid play. Always. That's where they like to lock it down. A lot of the big teams do. If maybe Dig picked that up, worked with their long-range play, that could be a good addition. But this is obviously just theory. This is just me kind of picking up on what went wrong a little bit in the last game.
Yeah, and you pointed something out. Just small little plays that you can do. And Henka, he got a double kill from the transition from B to outside on Operation Locker, and that just completely opened up that B flag and gave him a lot of momentum. Obviously, Core, maybe that one kill he gets on the guy from against C makes PKD realize, all right, we can't hit C. It can kind of change the whole mentality of the game. But I believe we're ready. I believe we're actually about to get live in just a few seconds as we have the countdown down, about 20 to go. So go and drop you in the game here because this one could be potentially the final map of the night. It is Zavod, Dignitas up against Planetkey Dynamics, and PKD will be on the US side here. Dignitas will be on the Russian side. Do we see any engineer kits?
We see it with Frantic, but he'll generally make his way through the A building and then take down the C wall if he fancies it and work his way around the back. Well, that's what he did last time. I'll be interested.
Well, he did kill someone with his rocket in the beginning, too.
Yeah, he did.
But that was on the other side. All right, so we're kicking this one off here. Dignitas going for a 3-man split towards B, 2 towards A. Frantic working through the A building, just like you said. Going to be locking down that middle section here. And Planetkey leaving B a little bit understaffed here as they do finally send Outsider out, but he gets taken down by a grenade right away here. So now we have a man advantage for Dignitas at the B flag. Frantic still controlling that middle, as you just saw. And Dignitas off to a decently strong start.
Very strong start. Might get slightly undone there.
They're capping everything over. This is a tri-cap. Really?
Straight away. That is phenomenal stuff. That is exactly what they needed here. That will dispel any of the worries they had. Any lack of confidence will just be back on point. Yeah, they lost out on A, but as long as they maintain C, they'll be good. But I think they might put themselves a little short here, and we might see a 2-1 coming back against them instantly.
And Jensen took like 5-10 seconds too long to go towards A. I mean, they had it. He got the kill. Maybe he's expecting maybe one more person to be there, but he got the kill, and we could see wide open, and he took a really long time to get up towards that one. So it allows Dignitas to rotate back in. He will get the 2-1, yes, but how long will it really hold on for? And that's what PKD really need to do here if they want to have hopes of really dragging this one out to a map number 3 on Dawnbreaker, where they've already beat Dignitas previously.
It certainly will. PKD there doing the slightly unorthodox, but now fairly standard to our eyes, AC hold, and they're even sneaking Tom around the backside in case they fancy it. And this is when Dig struggle. This is when Dig don't find their way in. This is when we could see those tickets flooding away from them. It's still fairly close right now. I want to see if they can repair the mistakes and then build off the back of it. We're going to have to wait and see.
Why is a Nosy being so aggressive at B right now? They have a 2-cap.
Because they know Dig will play for the standard going for A.
Well, they're being actually cut down at the A flag as well. Jensen picks up a double, stops the push onto that one. In the meantime, B being capped over. Tri-cap done for PKD. Just as quick as they got tri-capped against them, they get it back. They already have a big lead here, and that's only to get bigger as obviously the time does tick away.
And you know what? This is PKD knowing how Dig play on this map. If I can predict the Dig, if they have the B side, they'll constantly work towards A off the back of it, because rather than going for the flat-out challenge on towards C, they're going to know it as well. They'll finally pick up A, but there's 30 tickets now between these two. That's a huge disadvantage, and Dig need to be thinking smarter, faster. Everything needs to be a little bit more on point, a little bit better played out. I reckon, they're going to go for a sweeping B push towards the end. They'll work their way through. Smart choice would be work through mid and then try and push C together. But they might get caught out here just by Janssen alone, and this worries me. They've got a couple of players working in towards C. That's much better. I think those team will kick into action. There was only 2 players in the end committed over from Dig there.
All right, so they pick up quite a few kills, but still, they're sitting on 1-5 here. They're down about 30 tickets. Dignitas really struggling, and I think if PKD can throw them off their game like this quickly, considering it was, what, 106 ticket lead here for Dignitas on the first map on Operation Locker, and they can throw them off their game that quickly just in the matter of, what, 5 minutes? Dignitas still not a very stable team right now, at least in their current form, and still very inconsistent, and they're wiping them out completely. There's only one man standing, and, well, PKD are looking up for a tri-cap yet again.
Yeah, Scene heading out. As soon as they get the spots, they know where they're spawning into, they'll start making that play. I don't blame them. You know, those tickets, they're flooding away from Dig, why not make it hurt even more? Henker's having a great game, but it doesn't matter if it's one guy doing well and everyone else is kind of struggling. B-site now being focused on by Dig, but Janssen getting over, med pack down, goes in for the double, picks up Frantic, and also gets the assist with Tom finding Sneaky. So, all in all, BC hold, easiest one to maintain for quite an extended period, and PKD are just going to enjoy this. They might even get a stronger lead than they did in the previous matchup.
I really don't understand how this happens. I mean, even if you can read into a team exactly how they're going to play, Dignitas still have really strong aimers on their team. So it's not like it's really easy to beat them 1v1 kind of thing. And PKD are making it look too easy, to be honest. And we'll see. We'll finally be capped over here for Dignitas. They finally cracked through the shell. They actually have a potential tri-cut coming in if they can get to be quick enough. But they're going to get the BDC hold. This is exactly the setup that we've seen them do so damn well with, you know, in prior seasons. But are they going to be able to pull it off? That's the real question.
Sneaky needs to stay in this spot. He needs to play mid. He needs to play smart. Find out where the team are pushing towards. Get that information flowing. He's going to just get the 1v1. He doesn't... It's very frustrating to watch. They're playing very short-sighted Battlefield. And considering Dig are normally one of the smarter, more, you know, playing for the longevity game, you know, they're being caught out. Like, I feel bad because Core might get caught out here because he's going towards A and actually they might move in towards C. But that is a genuine, you know, bad luck timing. Other than that, they've not taken any risks, Dig. They've not really pushed the sites that have been available to them. And they're just being outdone by PKD.
One thing that's really different between Operation Locker and Zavod to me is the fact that on Operation Locker, you generally always have that C flag as like a very uncontested kind of pickup. Like if teams eventually go for it here. But on right now, as we're seeing on Zavod, every flag is always constantly contested. And that doesn't give Dignitas their ability to play that kind of anchor role with one man in the back. And they kind of work around that strategy. They're trying to defend every single flag here, and you can see...
Well, they could if they played the AC hold, but they don't like unorthodox games, therefore they will never do it. And I think they might be forced to. If they put Core on A, everyone else on C, couple in mid, they could play that game.
Well, they did have them there, but then they just lost it.
For now.
For now. I mean, it's just so weird. Like, I agree. Like, you can't always play a certain way. You have to change things up. You have to go for the unorthodox holds here, and they lose on A. They can't win the 3-on-2 push. They get taken down. They're going to lose a 2-1 yet again here. And look at this, 107 right now. This is a landslide.
Yeah, absolutely drastic. I think Dig are kind of being just outplayed all in all. I don't think we can say it any other way. They've just clung on towards C by a thread. I feel quite bad because they're being absolutely spanked right now, but that's all you can say pretty much when the game's not going your way. You can't do much more than that, and they don't seem to be able to break through A or B right at the moment. And they're trying the A push, but then again, how many teams do you see put in this much of a commitment just to pick up A? And look at this play. I like this bit of difference coming out from PKD. Removing these back walls, maybe playing with what Dig did, and just playing from the back of those tanks. That's a really nice adaptation, actually, from these guys. Bit of a difference, and it's clearly working out, at least for now.
Well, it's going to get them at least 2 flags with a CB hold here. And yeah, they'll give up A over to Dignitas, but they're looking at, again, a 100-ticket advantage coming out of this first half on Zavod. They have pulled off 105 before. They might be able to pull off 100 yet again here. Only 14 tickets left to go on Dignitas, and I'm at a loss for words, honestly, just to see both teams play so hit or miss here in just the course of 3 halves.
I completely agree. It's hard to find any sort of analysis in this because it's just Dig not being up to par on this map anymore. And, you know, I wish we could have seen it on something else because, you know, 102 for the opponents is absolutely huge, and PKD are just going to storm this one out. I reckon they'll probably stay above 100 if they did get over to A little sooner maybe, but it will drop just below. But 2 tickets, Dig, this isn't the offline finals. I don't think you can turn it around this time. And, well, we're seeing already A being challenged out.
Henka spots out one man. He will pick up the kill. They'll stop the neutralize on it. Or at least they'll keep it at a neutralize. Can they pick up the rest of the kills they need, though? We see them in the past do this on Zavod so many times where they sit at very low tickets and can pull back so many. But right now, Henka's up in a 1v1 here. He needs to get the revives in, but the thing is he gets taken down, and that will be it here. So 93, 92 ticket advantage coming in for the side of PKD here at the end of this first half. completely different from what we just saw. And if you had any bets for this game, you could not predict how it was going to be like this, or that it was going to be like this. Just you never see landslides for either side on different maps like this.
Yeah, it's so rare. You know, obviously teams have their strengths on occasion in specific maps. Like you go, okay, well, this team's good at this map because they play better with the long range, or they like, you know, playing the linear maps. Well, there's always that small edge, but nothing to this extent where it's extreme to the other. I'm a little bit, not disappointed, but just a little bit surprised that it's going so badly wrong.
Yeah. Again, I mean, have a 106 ticket lead at the end of the first half for Operation Lock for Dignitas, then to win the map. Then to go into Zavod and have a 93 ticket lead for Planetkey, it should not happen.
No, not like that. It's literally like two different teams just played. You know what I mean? Like Dig on the first map, competent, together, very good. Second map,
That's a perfect sound effect for it, I think. And obviously we're going to the second half. Things can change, but 93 tickets is a lot to really work for. And obviously, I think Dignitas would like to take it to 2-0, get a little bit of confidence, you know, in themselves coming into the playoffs, obviously. But I think they need to start looking towards Dawnbreaker, where, you know, it was a little bit different. It was 51 tickets in favor of Planetkey. I mean, obviously, they cut it in half, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one.
I don't know. I worry about Dig. They seem to spiral when they lose, and they don't seem to gain much even when they do win. So I'm hoping that they pull something off. They're on the better side here, but didn't seem to help them much before, even on this map. So I think, as you said, it's all about Dawnbreaker now.
All right, well, let's just going to drop you in the game here. 10 seconds to go on the countdown. And right now, Planetkey are, well, 1 half away from take it to map number 3 here. They have a lot of tickets to really work with. And Dignitas, it would be amazing to see if they could come back from this one and win it just in these 2 maps. Obviously, 92 tickets is going to be very difficult. But here we go, kicking it off. Swap on the sides here, and that wall, that's probably the saddest wall in Battlefield. It always gets taken down, it seems.
And the double rocket launcher, and this is what I was waiting to see. If there was someone going to maybe go for a bit of a mid-play, and already they can outnumber them. Like, Dig strat is so well known these days that it's not a surprise to anyone that the rocket launcher's coming through, that they're going to make a push there. And, well, at the moment, as you can see, it's not gone very well. Piketty just steamroll them out on the B side. They've won over in mid. That'll be a little bit of luck coming for Wahlberg if he can pick up the kill around the back of A, but outside of that, it's not looking good for them at all here.
I think
they
he knows
need
he
to
just
get a
hurt
good
him.
start, yeah. Yep.
I think he knows they're there. He'll spot him out, but he won't get the kill. This is going to be very crucial because on the backside, we have Frantic picking up the A flag. Respawn's coming from Piketty for this outside. Well, it will be a 1-for-1 trade, but obviously Outsider will be brought back up here. And so CNA picked up. There's not a lot of forces on the map for Piketty pushing the C flag just yet here, so it could be maintained as 2-1 for a little bit. But I feel like it's only a matter of time before Piketty get the man advantage that they need to push in towards the C flag.
Yeah, but Jansen's in a dangerous spot here. He's choosing which side he wants to help out most. And it looks like A, actually, is going to come around, watch the push out, doesn't go for the shot, waits for them to cross. Oh, he had a good drop on Frantic there, but he didn't get the shot off in the end. And Frantic might expect another play to come out from these guys. And he's right to feel so. Piketty will be picking up A. They've already got Sneaky coming back, though. Dig actually might be able to challenge for once.
He might be. And Sneaky, he knows there's another man off to the side. He's actually waiting for him to come around the corner. He won't pick up the kill here just yet. The guy's actually in the site, but he's still sticking around. He's forcing at least one man back here with them. And he needs his kill. If he can get this, to be amazing. And he will pick up the kill. That will be a turn back over here for Dignitas. And they pick up B in the meantime. If they can defend on this push to C, they will have just stored up a lot of tickets. Remember, they don't have a lot to work with. 93 is that threshold here. But they can do it if they can just hold on to at least 2 of these flags. If they can hold on to a track out for an extended period of time, that can really get things going. But Sneaky loses out on the A flag. That'll be turned over here in a few seconds. And the C flag might get turned as well.
Well, this has gone pretty badly wrong. Let's be honest. And excuse me, that's a near on squad wipe. The one guy alive is a B. Everyone's gonna have to spawn on him or go for a random. Sneak gets a nice spawn over by A, but it's gonna turn around very quickly in those tickets. It's gonna get a little close, and as soon as it gets close, it's pretty much game over for Dig.
Very true. All right, well, we will have Sneaky pushing towards the A flag. As you can see, there's gonna be one man coming around the corner. It's a Nosy. He'll spot him out, but he'll be dropped here. And I feel like that's it. Like, momentum-wise, morale-wise, I don't think Dignitas can come back. They're still losing B in the meantime here. If they get tri-capped, it's definitely going to be the game. And that will take us to map number 3.
I think we can pretty much just watch those tickets now fall away from Dig. It's just not been a good display.
It has not. It really has not. I mean, the thing is, we saw perfect Battlefield come out of Dignitas on Operation Locker. And then out of nowhere, they just kind of What game am I playing again? I forgot. I don't know how to play this. Is this League of Legends right now? Because
It's something else.
they're playing like this isn't even FPS. They can't hit the shots. They can't hold on to flags. And right now they have, what, 10 ticks left to work with here before it's over.
And PKD still have the 2-1, so you can tell it's not going well. And even at the last couple of seconds, you're not in the advantageous spot. Tickets, as you can see on the US side, on the right side of the screens from Dignitas, are just tumbling away. And I think we know this is pretty much a done deal. It's all about Dawnbreaker now.
All right, so one more ticket to go just to make sure that things do get turned over. And there it is. All right, so Dawnbreaker coming up now. Don't know what to say. I mean...
I don't know. I don't think Dig know what to say. I think they've just kind of been outdone quite drastically.
Next map, I think that's what they have to say. Because that's all. I mean,
they must have been discussing that like
about
halfway through the map. Like there's no other way of doing it. So I don't know. Dawnbreaker wasn't bad, but PKD have the option of playing the AB hold, the BC hold. They have a lot of versatility in their play. Dig didn't.
And one thing we saw out of them as well is the fact that they are willing to adapt to new strategies. I mean, the whole hold that staircase section by A, you know, kind of have a couple people in the buildings, one guy out towards maybe the Max spot, and you hold that line. Dignitas didn't bother doing that once. If they capped A and they had B, they just pushed towards C. They didn't bother holding that staircase, the Hork spot. They didn't bother trying to maintain a 2-1. They'd rather go for a tri-cap for some reason, and in the end, you end up losing that one.
Yeah.
You get 2-1 against you, maybe even tri-capped, and morale's instantly shot. They can't keep playing the same way. They need to change it up here, and this is their last chance to do it. I don't think they played in the Go Fours, so I don't think there's even a chance for them to go through the Go For group.
I don't recall them anywhere near the top. I don't know.
I'm gonna double check right quick while we're loading in real quick.
But to be fair, compared to the other teams we've seen, I don't think they're even near the quality of some of them. I hate to say it, because I genuinely love watching these guys play. You know, they're a great team. They have brilliant... Oh, wow, they are down really far.
16th. Yeah, there's no way. The MHSV is up there. Infamous is up there. ESC is up there. My Revenge is up there. So yeah, there's no way. If they lose here, they're out.
Well, this is do or die time for Dignitas pretty much. And a team that can do well under pressure, and a team that clearly also fumbles a lot under pressure as well. So I'm hoping we see the better team, but I don't think we will, sadly. I think that, I say sadly, it's great for PKD, you know? I think that's great to see them finally kind of building into this. But, you know, it's a shame to see Dig not there, you know?
All right, well, we'll be getting live here in just a few seconds while they do get the restart back in. And we're going to be seeing our final map of the night. It's Dawnbreaker, Dignitas up against Planetkey Dynamics, and both teams one map away. That's all it takes.
One map away. This is going to be the final one. Dawnbreaker coming up. A map that I was impressed with PKD's play on. I like the play from Scene coming out. I think he played very nicely. I think he played smart.
I want to see if Planetkey actually has points. I did not even bother looking.
Just in case, yeah. Kind of giving the game away.
They are ahead of them at 12th. But still, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams ahead of them.
So Dig must win this.
Both teams must win it.
Yeah, if it's do or die time.
This is what shows you if you don't put in the work over the course of the entire season, if you miss out on the Go Fours, like, you miss out on a second chance to get to playoffs. Like, it could just be a really bad day for you. It could be just like, my arm really hurts. I can't seem to play today. And because you didn't play in the Go Fours.
Let's be serious.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
every day for me.
Yeah, every player's had like that one bad day that's just like, oh, geez, if only I'd been, you know, a little bit more on point. If only I'd done this. If only that. But
so moral of the story, play in the Go Fours every Sunday if you want to have a chance. But right now we're kicking off. It is live. Drop you straight in game here. We're going to have over on the US side, it will be PKD. Dignitas over on the Chinese side. And we need to see something different out of Dignitas this time. They have to pull something different out because they lost by 51 tickets in the first half last time against Planetkey. And they just did not really impress us.
And Inozi did a great job taking down Sneaky at the very start.
Happened last time. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
They took him down last time. They took B from it.
Let's see if they can make it stick, though. There we go. B has come in for PKD. They've got the 2-1 hold.
But look where Sneaky just returned.
Nice little back spawn there for Sneaky. Maybe Scene not hedging his bets this time. Previously, he did play a little further back to try and help out with that random respawn. It's given a bit of a chance here. And look at the commitment coming out from PKD. They want to stop that happening right now.
Well, it will be capped over and Sneaky now. He really showed up on Operation Lock, or this, what, 21-8 scoreline. He needs to do it again here. And he will take down one. He's looking for number 2. Gets a respawn with him. Looking for Tom. And they're maintaining the C5. They're holding on to A for a little bit longer. And, well, they need to pick up something here. They lost C now because of this.
Yeah, and there we go. Sneaky
They've lost
does
everything.
Fall. Wow. Wow. And caught in no man's land. That is atrocious from Dig. And This makes me worry. Look, Scene's back in spot. I wonder if it's Outsider up here at all. Yeah, there we go. Outsider's waiting for the push from the back of A, knowing that's a spawn that will happen. And he's going to find these kills. This is atrocious for Dig. They need to get out of this spot right now.
I think they can seriously hold on to this tri-cap for an extended period of time. I really do. And they do. They pick up the kills they need. Nosy secures the last kill. They're going to cap A here in just a few seconds. The respawn coming in for Frantic. It's taken down towards the C flag by Scene in that bird's eye position. And I guess Dignitas is going to try to push back in towards A, but still a 1v2, now a 1v3. They will eventually pick it up here, but I think my tickets they lost down on almost 40 here.
Jesus.
Actually, almost 50, sorry.
Yeah. This is near on GG already. Unless Dig turn it around right now, they're done in this game. And they have no one to blame but themselves. They fell into the same traps as before, not thinking about the game they just played, not talking it through, whatever it was. It's just, they are not on point today. An Outsider, this was a map he went huge on, and funny enough, 8-2. It looks like he wants to do it again.
I'm still at a loss of words right now. I mean, you play competitively, Call of Duty 4. You know firsthand you can't keep using the same strategy over and over again. Teams are going to figure it out, especially when you're one of the top teams in this.
Everyone looks to you.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone sees the strategy you're doing. Everyone has the opportunity to just pick that apart, break it down step by step. And obviously, PKD have done their homework here because they know exactly what they're doing. They're catching them off guard. They're picking up the kills. They're winning out in the 1v1s. And look at this. They have a 60-ticket lead here almost now. Only 3 minutes in, and 60 tickets. That is ridiculous.
And once again, these are the spawns that come in when you come down by B. Absolutely dire. Scene has a complete clear view. Finally, the Rockets do come out to remove that. Finally, they get around that one. There's still a play to take down, and Scene does fall. There's still this whole ledge if he wants to play it again, but that's what they needed. But they needed about 2 minutes ago.
Well, hell, even a couple of games ago when they met them the first time. And it looks like it doesn't matter. The 3 men they had, they're going to get taken down. CME picked up yet again here. B going to be maintained. We're over 70 tickets now in the lead here for PKD. They're making this look way too easy. And Dignitas, where are you guys right now? I mean, I don't want to sound biased, but we know you're better than this. I mean, PKD, they're playing fantastic. They're showing they've done their homework. They're showing that they've been working and practicing time and time again. But right now, Dignitas have to change something, and I don't know what it's going to be. I think it's even maybe too late morale-wise. I think they're just kind of destroyed. They're devastated.
They've got to be. This is their offline chances being ripped away from them from a team that I did not expect to perform this well. PKD doing solid work, and now they're trying to get back towards the C side. Scene does get the respawn in, so he's last man here, so he might be able to hold back the opponents. No, he's been caught out from the side there. Wahlberg does finally get C under wraps, and they could get a triple cap. Maybe PKD getting a little bit too lax in this one.
Now the question comes of how long can Dignitas hold this? 30 down, almost 100 tickets.
It's huge.
Can they maintain this tri-cap? Can they maintain a 2-1? If they do get a 2-1, can they set up for the 2-1? Or are they going to try to get the tri-cap again? I mean, we've seen them do that so many times last time, and it didn't work out for them. And right now, they're still maintaining the tri-cap.
I think squad wipe as well.
I think PKD needs to just take a second, breathe, go for the random respawn, which they'll have towards C. They'll pick that up, and just take a moment here.
It again. This is exactly what screwed them in the last game. They turned it around. They had no one back here denying this big respawn or to deal with it. Frantic's dead. He's the guy who kind of did it last time as well. He pushed up into the building. And we've got A being pushed as well. This is just
and now B's going to be kept over too.
This situation has gone from bad to worse for Dig. And it breaks my heart to see it, but they're being so short-sighted. They're not seeing the bigger picture, and PKD are displaying exactly how to make complete abuse of that almost. They're pushing in, they're constantly applying pressure. Outsider drastically outnumbered, still getting in their faces, still doing damage, still getting the doubles, and this is just terrible for Dignitas.
Down to 42 tickets to go here. It took them, what, 4.5 minutes to get the tri-cap done to actually get just an advantage in terms of a 2-1. And now, I don't think there's enough time for that to happen. 108 tickets to 36 here. Dignitas trying to make a little bit of a push. They will have B open here, and they're actually going to pick that up here. They're trying to actually... This is what I don't get. They're pushing in towards A as well. Why? Just get a 2-1, hold it, and just play calm. You don't have to go for the tri-cap every time. They lose out 2 men that was attacking A. Now they're losing on C. It's going to be a tri-cap yet again here for PKD.
And there's another double for Outsider. So this guy's literally doing so much work. But back A spawn comes in. But he knows he's there, not too far away. So he can spin around, gets one, gets two. Digger just being thrown around here like rag dolls. 106 tickets for PKD. You know, I said this was a real shame to see Dig go out, but let's turn this around. This is great for PKD.
Exactly.
They have worked so hard here, and it shows in their gameplay. And credit to them, you know? They deserve this victory at this sort of scoreline when Dig just can't seem to turn up.
It's 52 to 23 in kills. 53 to 23 now. I mean, you have Frantic at 3 and 13. You have Henk at 4 and 13. Sneaky at 4 and 8. Wallo's doing the best at 8 and 11 right now, and that's it. 104 tickets. They over doubled what they had the first time on this map against them.
This has to be a miracle for Dignitas now. They've got to turn up like the team they once were and do something phenomenal, because at the moment they are being outplayed.
Can we hop back to her screen real quick just to kind of show you the kills we have, because the scoreboard kind of says the whole story. I mean, it doesn't tell you the strategy-wise, but look at that. 14-5 for Tom, 12 and 3 for Inozi. Outsider at 15-7, who picked up so many doubles. Scene at 7 and 8, Jansen at 7 and 14. And then Dignitas side, I mean, the highest amount of kills you have is 8.
And considering Scene was the player just holding the back spawn, holding the spawns off, and he's still 1 kill away from the top fragger from Dig, it says a lot. It says a massive amount.
And something's got to change, and I think even then it might just be too late. I don't know if Dignitas can do this. I mean, we've seen them just in the course of today have so many really down far lows, but then we saw them have that one high, obviously on Operation Locker, where they won with 106 tickets, the biggest lead we've had today so far, and the biggest lead we've had out of Group C and A at the same point. But can they do it again when the pressure's on? I don't know. I really don't know.
This hurts me, because Dig are my Finnish buddies who turn up to these events, and right now they don't look like they're going to be arriving at all. They look like
they feel like they haven't showed up today.
No, they haven't showed up much during the season, sadly. And it's a real shame after such a phenomenal bit of play in the last finals. A moment that no one will forget between them and MYM. Something that was above and beyond incredible. And now all I'm going to be able to remember is the fact that they could barely win out on Dawnbreaker against PKD.
That memory's just shattered by this one.
It really is. If you can't keep it up, if you can't keep playing, if you can't keep trying to get better and better, then why bother at all, you know? Fnatic have gone from strength to strength constantly, want to get better. And are we going into this live?
Yes, we are. So let's go ahead and drop you in. And right now, we will have over on the Chinese side, Planetkey Dynamics, and Dignitas over on the US. And right now, 104 is the ticket difference here. And let's see how Dignitas start this one off. They have to have a strong start. They have to get an early 2-1 here. They need to maintain it. I feel like they could do it if they just get a 2-1 and hold it and not worry about a tri-cap. But they don't feel like they even care about that.
I'm seeing where these guys are going right now for PKD. They're taking their time. They have no rush. 2-1 hold. They went for the initial A pickup regardless anyway, so don't expect them to instantly get B. But now let's see how they work down the street. Excuse me. Frantic there once again, running with like the Asterix style class work. I mean, Asterix positioning on this is something unbelievable, the way he plays with it. But
why are they doing this again? Look at the overview. They're pushing into A when they already had a 2-1 hold. There's no one back at C. They left that one open to a back respawn. And now they're losing potentially B in the meantime. Like, why?
They're trying to be quick on their rotates, which I get. That's completely fine. But you've got to be able to make sure you get them. You know, you can't be half-heartedly in this. They've luckily walked away with A and B. They dealt with the push from Tom. But these spawns, they're dangerous, and it's going to catch them out pretty soon.
I don't know if I fully agree with what I'm seeing out of Dignitas here, but well, so far for them, they've only lost 3 tickets here. They've already taken, 27 away from the side of Planetkey Dynamics. They can't keep this pace up. But right now, I mean, PKD can pretty much shoot this like a TDM right now. You saw the amount of kills they had last time. They over doubled Dignitas with like 50 plus to the 20. Right now, they're losing B. Planetkey going to pick that. They're going to get 2-1 here. They have someone in the general backside of C to, maybe wait for the back spawn. But they're playing it like they realize, we have a big lead. Just play this slow, play it safe, play the game we know. Because if we do, then we're going to the playoffs.
And that is the important factor here. Scene getting into position. They're getting ready to lock down the 2-1 BC hold. And this spells trouble. Sneaky is doing everything he physically can. But now those spawns will not be helping out Dignitas. They'll be far away. They'll be distant. And this could spell almost game over. We know that PKD can hold this B flag. Let's see if they can do it right now. Dig have one out slightly. Jansen goes down. So there's a little bit of fight left in these guys, but they need to turn that into tickets. They need to maintain where they're at right now at minimum. Geez, you can't go much lower. 104 is the limit.
They've already lost 20, only 2 minutes in. 10 minutes a ticket, that's not going to give you a victory if you're on the side of PKD here. And they're finally going to make the push from C to B yet again. And look what Dignitas is doing. Look at Frantic on the minimap real quick, or on the overview. He's over at the Hork spot. They're finally trying to hold the way that they should be holding this flag. But the thing is, they've lost on B. They need someone there as quick as they possibly can because they cannot afford to lose any of these tickets. And, you know, if they played this style maybe earlier, it could have been a different game. But because they were down 104 tickets because they kept playing their old standard Dignitas style, the hopes for them really getting through are so damn slim.
And Core had the drop on so many. He goes down towards C, and he could have actually picked up the C site then. I'm not sure if I like that play, but it's given enough attention away from B that they can kind of get into maybe better positions. But from the catwalk, the fire comes across. And right now, Dig do have C. They've got no one up at A.
They're so lucky right now.
And PKD are running. They are running their little legs off to get up here towards this site.
And you see Core doing the same thing, trying to get back there as quick as possible. And he will actually be able to get... He ran from C to A as quick as it took for Planetkey to run from B to A. Right, that just shows you how the sense of urgency that he had to get there. And they hold it. They pick up the kill. They're going to lose C here, so they're going to have a 2-1 against them. And this is going to be the final push. This is it. The respawn's coming in. They have to pick the 2-1. They have to maintain it for the rest of the game.
Well, here we go. We've got so many... Oh, this is a terrible spawn. Walu has the worst spawn. That could literally throw the game for them. Core nades in. We've got Frantic pushing down on the catwalk. 112 tickets now left. This is coming down right to the wire. They've got the kills on the site. They've made the push stick, but the catwalk area is still completely controlled by PKD. Could throw this game up in the air, but Dig are trying their best, but they're so close to that marker now. 4
tickets to go before it's over here, and PKD can afford to just play this TDM. They can afford to just pick up as many kills as they want. They're getting them as long as the revives don't obviously come in. They will slowly start to take away those tickets. Now 3 left to go here. Now 2. And Dignitas, they will have a tri-cap. I don't know, why tri-cap right now? You need to maintain 2-1. You're splitting yourself,
do something.
but you're spreading yourself way too thin. You have 76 tickets to work with, and you have only 2 to play with yourself. Like, a tri-cap doesn't work in this situation.
Well, there's going to be a 1v1. See how this one goes. Tom wins it out. A goes over towards
That's
PKD. B is also theirs, and the tickets are just slipping away from Dignitas. They are out of here. GG, well played. And it's PKD to go through to the offline finals. And Dignitas, they're going home.
Well, they're already home.
They're never leaving.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's true. God, that's so harsh. But I mean, I think now we should stop looking at Dignitas as, you know, that was a terrible play by them. We should look at it as Planetkey. That was fantastic play by them. That was fantastic research, fantastic.
Yes, they knew
Yeah.
who they're up against.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I like that. I really did. I liked the way they could play the classic AB. I liked the BC hold. They did the same here.
They showed they could play many
And it's
different
good,
styles.
Yeah, and that's rare. You know, normally
Yeah.
it's one or the other. And, you know, teams like Epson are extremely good at classic. And then you get, you know, newer teams coming in who are a little bit better. You're like, who am I thinking of right now? Exertus
Yeah.
can play this really new style, pretty unorthodox, but play it perfectly. You get those extremes. PKD played well in both styles. They didn't excel in either,
True.
but they were good and solid in what they were doing. So, you know, they can be happy with that. They can be proud of that. I want to see what Dig does now as a team, but now it's time to see what PKD can do towards the offlines.
I want to say this is the first time actually getting there.
I don't, unless they went out very early on before. I
I
don't
think if
remember
they were in
if they made it.
season 1.
I didn't cast season 1.
The playoffs, no. Or the offline finals, no.
Yeah, I don't.
You were
I
too
don't
busy
recall.
flying around the world.
Yeah, first world problems.
I think they actually might have been in that one. I'm going to actually just check the site real quick just to make sure. But again, great play by PKD. I mean, now we're coming into this. We have 6, I think we have 7 of our 8 teams. Because I think we have our Oceania team. I don't actually know who it is off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think we're going to be having one more joining us. As you've probably been watching, if you've been tuning in on Twitch, the Oceania qualifiers have been going on. We'll have to catch up and see who actually made it through on that. And
They did
find
not
out.
make it. Okay, so they were not
First
at
time.
season 1. First time for them. So congratulations for that.
And they
Well
deserve it.
deserved.
They played very, very well, to be fair. Clearly been doing the homework, as you said. Clearly showed a lot of promise. And I don't think we can say anything other than that. I think they deserve that spot there with Top 8 chat. Dig and My Revenge, sadly, just not quite up to par.
Yeah, well, at least My Revenge, we can pretty much guarantee we'll have another chance with the ESL 1 Go for Finals bracket. And as you can see right there, just... I mean, I'm just still amazed at how well Planetkey played and how bad Dignitas played.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, just to be
it's
blunt.
super different. The disparity between the two. And it's hard to predict overall who really had, you know, did someone have the bad game? Did someone have the good game? Who was where? Because Dig didn't look good throughout there. They had one map, Locker, which was so solid. But then on the others, completely fell apart. So I don't know where to judge it, but at the end of the day, PKD are the ones who are joining the others
Yes, they are.
in the offline playoffs.
Speaking of the others, do we actually have a graph to show you just of all the teams we have now qualified from Group A, B, and now it's C? I don't know what you just said, producer.
It was
okay,
a hum.
You do. It was a hum. All right, so as you can see, we have Epsilon Exerters coming through from Group A, Fnatic and Meet Makers from Group B, and now, of course, we have Gamers Connection coming through with Planetkey Dynamics out of Group C here. So we have 6 of our 8 teams. We have 1 team coming from Oceania. We have 1 team coming from the final bracket, the final group coming up tomorrow.
Go for finals.
I was actually waiting to see if we have... We might actually have it. Hold on. Okay, we do have it. So the admins have linked us the brackets. So we have Alcyn team. Haven't actually heard of them.
No.
Infamous. Actually, you know what? Let's just pop that up on your screen really quickly once I switch it over and get it full screen for you guys at home, just so you can see of who will be playing. So this is our final group. We can only pop on your screen now. We have Alcyn team going up against Infamous. Yeah, I can't move that.
Yeah, that's
it's coming. Don't worry, guys. They'll show my screen in a second.
It looks atrocious, but
it does, but we should show you guys.
Alcyn
team
see it.
versus Infamous, ESC versus My Revenge.
There you go. Quickly come away from it. Producer, don't show it again.
Wow.
Hide it.
It's like
a dirty secret.
It's like
okay,
trying to hide.
Looking at this.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll look back
thank you for cutting me off because that was perfect. What is this? Something really bad.
I know this is why I'm here, Jason. I stop the bad things from happening, kind of.
It's like trying to. Okay, go ahead. Before I say it, just go.
I think ESC will actually come out really well.
I think Infamous will.
Infamous played atrociously though in their games. They picked up 1 map against Exertus and then lost both against them. They only beat No Mercy.
So ESC, our favorites probably to come through the group.
I haven't seen enough of Alcyn to see who they are. My Revenge didn't see them either today, but clearly performed worse than Dig, etc. So there's a lot of things to keep in mind, but players and teams play differently against each other. So
I'm trying to see Alcyn did not play in a single cup for the series. So coming through
maybe an
specifically,
A-series team or go for maybe.
It could be A-series because I'm actually not. It doesn't come up on the screen for me right now.
Yeah, it could be.
They are ranked 4 in A-series, 8, 1, and 3.
Who are they behind? MSHV.
My Revenge, Impulse, MHSV.
Ooh, so they're actually behind My Revenge in that. They're sitting at 8 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Not bad. That's pretty solid, to be fair.
They have potentially a really hard team to beat, though.
Yeah, they do. They're not coming in with exactly the easiest start to this one, but they could certainly do some damage. They may do, may cause an upset. Hopefully, I get to see in the second round. I think I'd have to look at ESC personally and make sure I watch those guys regardless.
They've qualified every single time, but they've
done it the weirdest
through.
way. Yeah,
it wasn't clean cut at all.
Under the radar. So you can't escape from Kazam. That's pretty much it. I try and stop that guy getting it every time. But what can you do? But yeah, we'll have to see how that one goes. I'm not sure. There's going to be a surprise there with Alcyn, who I've never really watched play. Didn't see much from My Revenge. Obviously, I saw Infamous completely dropping the ball and ESC being a little bit weaker. But then again, ESC, they had to play Fnatic, and then they had to play MHSV. So they played against the 2 teams that qualified from Group B in their group. So it's quite a hard way to go through if they're going to. They did manage to pick up 1 map against MHSV. So, yeah.
I mean, okay, we can talk all day about this, but
it's all in theory.
If you want to find out what's going to happen, you got to tune in tomorrow at the same time because that group will be kicking off, and we're going to find out who our final team, at least from Europe, is coming into that. Remember, one thing we haven't done all show, actually, I'm going to be proud about and to bring up social media. Of course, you always check us out, via Facebook, via Twitter. You can always follow the Twitch channel because we do any cast for Battlefield 4. It's always going to be on this channel. You can see all the lovely links down below on the screen. Make sure to check those out. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at They Call Me Pansy, at Jay Kaplan. And again, I mean, not much more to say at the end of this group. Congratulations again to Planetkey Dynamics for qualifying. Congratulations again to Gamers Connection for getting through. It's great that we have six teams now qualified, and we have finally some new faces coming in, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me, seeing some fresh talent coming through, seeing how they'll kind of match up against the old guard of this scene. Maybe finally we'll see someone who might be able to finally challenge Fnatic at these offline finals, because those guys in the last couple have looked pretty unbelievable.
They've looked unstoppable since the beginning of the group, since the groups of last season.
Yeah.
Winning every cup. I mean, I don't think anyone was even close.
Not really.
Yeah.
Same in the offline finals as well, which is the more worrying part. So maybe there's finally a challenger who won't be, scared of the name, scared of the team, have that previous kind of thought in their mind. Maybe we'll finally see someone taking them down.
Maybe we will, but that will be coming up obviously in the next couple of weeks. But now we're going to head off for the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time for the final group of the summer season. And I hope you guys have a good one.